I don't know if you can call it a Nintendo Direct or just a presentation, but The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom got 13 minutes worth of gameplay today. So I'm going to show off a little bit of the gameplay and also talk about it as well. I'm Auckland. If you enjoy my content, please hit the subscribe button, like button, also share with friends if you don't mind. Also, please comment, ask me a question, or comment in general. I do my best to answer them. Also, if you don't mind, hit the notification bell down below, and you will be notified when I go live or upload another video. If you want to become a fan of me, Auckland, then subscribe to the channel, and you will become a fan. I hope so. Also, there's something at the end of the video that I'm also show off as well. So, stick to the end of the video, and you'll see what it is. Tears of the Kingdom, the sequel to Breath of the Wild, was confirmed by the producer, the creator of Zelda, at this presentation, that the game is complete. So, no more delays for the sequel to Breath of the Wild, Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. It is coming out May 12th. This game is pretty much straight up Breath of the Wild, but it's also not as well, because it's in the same world as Breath of the Wild. It looks the same graphics and everything. The enemies in this sequel, the enemies are crazy. They look like robots with futuristic mechanics and stuff. The crafting in this one is crazy. You saw it in Breath of the Wild if you've ever played that game or watched people play it or seen the trailers. The crafting, where you have to be doing all the cooking and stuff and craft your weapons and armor and get these items out there to make your armor and all your weapons break and everything. All that's still there, but it's more now. Now, people in Breath of the Wild were able to create flying craft transportation things. This one steps it up. Of course, if you already know, there was a motorcycle added to Breath of the Wild in the DLC if you bought the expansion pass. I think this was kind of a hint after all that, because now in this one you got cars, you got flying aircraft that's got these motorized fans and everything. You can even build a boat that has a motorized fan and that will take you across the ocean or lake, wherever it is, and take you to your destination. I mean, you could fuse items. You could take a stick and fuse it with a leaf. You heard me. A leaf and a stick combined together to make a new weapon. Insane. There was a moment in this gameplay, I don't know if I can find it or not, but you have your shield, and you had a mushroom attached to the front of it. It looked ridiculous. It did. But then you was able to fight off this enemy, and you was able to use that mushroom like some kind of smoke bomb. And then, so your enemy will be like in the smoke, he can't see you, and you go and attack him. And there's also a moment, if you ever saw the Tears of the Kingdom trailers of what we saw, there was a moment where you got this arrow and you shoot it, and it's like a homing arrow. So when you shoot it far off from the enemy, you can shoot it, and the enemy could be right here. It's like, wait a minute, you're going to miss that. But when you shoot the arrow, it'll go like ding, and then hit the enemy like that. Because you could add a eyeball. I know it sounds graphic, I know, but Zelda is not a gory game. No, it's never been a gory game. So you take this eyeball and you can attach it to the arrow, and it turns it into a homing arrow, to where it goes and it hits the enemy just like that. The crafting in this game is very imaginative. It literally, you have to use imagination, use your thinking, in order to play this game. Alright, now it's time for me to show off a little bit of gameplay. Alright, it's Link on the horse, riding around in game. It's pretty much looking exactly like Breath of the Wild. Alright, let's see if we can get to some other stuff. Link has a new ability in this game now. You see this stone thing? Look what he's about to do. He uses his ability, he climbs up on it, and it's like some kind of elevator. And it's rising you up. And into the sky, there's more locations in the sky. Like something similar to Skyward Sword. It's like a whole nother world in the sky. And now he's gliding over to this platform with an island and more islands up inside the sky. I mean, it's insane how big this game is going to be. And right here, you're carrying around this tree branch, and you can use the tree branch to fight off these new enemies, as I was talking about. And your weapons will break, like they always did in Breath of the Wild. I mean, that's just how it works. And if you think about it, in real life, if you fought with a branch, it's going to break. So you got to go and get a new branch. So it kind of makes sense. And here's one of these crazy things right here. He's got like a stick or something, and he attached a boulder to it. He fused the stick with a boulder. It's insane. Now he's going to use it to beat up the enemies right here with that boulder stick. Very, very cool stuff. Alright, I'm going to see if I can catch this right here. Alright, here we go, I think. He's using some kind of fusion power, and he fused that stick to the pitchfork. And now he's got a pitchfork with a stick. And now he's fighting off the enemies like that. And showing her off right here, he's shooting a regular arrow at a bird, and he was missing, but now he's going to take the eye and he's going to fuse it with the arrow to make it into a homing arrow, and now he's able to actually hit the bird. Crazy stuff. If I can catch it, I'd like to get this part about the leaf. He attached the leaf to the arrow, and now he's going to attach it with another item, and then it's like a leaf arrow, but he also can fuse ice or something with it, so when he fired it at the enemy, he shot it with a leaf, but also froze the enemy as well. And to show off more of the fusion ability, that's the power coming from him to take that log and to fuse it into a weapon. It's just amazing. So creative. And here's the fan part that I was talking about. He's going to take a logs, fuse the logs together, and then he's going to eventually take that fan that's very, very close by right there. It's kind of like a fan or also some kind of motor. And then he's going to attach it into a boat and attach the fan to the back of the boat, and he's going to use it to propel the boat across the lake or river or whatever that it is. Alright, here we go. Well, you guys use the fan as a gliding mechanic to help you glide, which is really cool. But he's going to take that fan, now he's going to attach it to the boat that he just made, and then he's going to get another one and attach that one to the boat as well, And then he's going to get onto the boat and propel himself across. That might be some kind of stream. That's what it is. And he takes the sword to activate him. And now he's propelling himself across that stream or wherever that is. It's awesome. And this is some kind of still image where he's using those fans and he attached them to some kind of platform or something right here, and he turned it into a hovercraft. That's awesome right there. Another still image, he's doing the same thing to a boat or a sailboat, and I guess he's going to use that to hover himself inside the sky with it, which is really, really cool. Well, I was wrong about that. He's going to use it like a boat. But you probably could use it in the sky as well if you're very creative, which you probably can do. Here's an insane mechanic. Any kind of cave that has a ceiling, or if you're in a cage, as he was talking about in the video, and if there's a ceiling in your area, you can use your ability to transport yourself from where you are and hover into the air, heading towards the ceiling, and kind of go through the ceiling. Let's just see here if we can show it off. He's using his ability, and he went through the ceiling from the floor. Insane. He's gonna do it again, and he couldn't do it right there. And well, he finally got through. Even the enemies are very creative. He's got some kind of board. He's using the board like a fan, and he's going to throw you off on the island that you're on. Or at least try to, or attempt to. And he does. Dang. And here's a moment just like Skyward Sword, as you saw in previous trailers, where you're falling from the sky, just like in Skyward Sword. I mean, it's almost like Skyward Sword is the prequel, which it basically is, to all the Zelda games. But it's similar, because you can do the same thing as well. Alright, if you made it to the end of the video, here's that other thing I wanted to show off. Alright, May 12th for the launch of the game. Also, here we go. Oh, buddy. That's the OLED switch. Themed with Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Oh my goodness. And it's also going to be available. When is that going to be available? It's going to be available on April 28th, 2023 for the themed console. Plus a themed carrying case and a Nintendo Switch Pro Controller as well. Now those two items will be launching on May 12th alongside with the game. Oh, what did y'all think? Hopefully I'm not going to get a copyright strike. I tried to not show off too much gameplay, but I wanted to show off enough to try to explain about what I was talking about at the beginning of the video. What do y'all think about the game? Are y'all going to be picking up Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, the sequel to Breath of the Wild? Are y'all going to skip out on it? Are y'all getting it physically, digitally? Or are y'all going to be picking up that special themed Nintendo Switch OLED as well? I would love to know down in the comments. Oh, this was so amazing. Alright, thank you so much. Alright, bye.